Hey everybody, my name's Brandon and I'm an ag engineer at the University of Georgia, and today I'm going to take you for a ride to show you what ag engineers do. So hold on, buckle up, and let's go for a ride. What is ag engineering? Ag engineering is when an engineer designs something specifically for ag, like this John Deere tractor right here. At one time or another, an ag engineer put forth plans to design this tractor. What is another thing an ag engineer might do? They might build this barn that I'm standing in right now. Between the roofs and the sides and the floor, they put together plans for farmers across the nation to build barns to put their livestock in, or hay, or food to be stored up in, or even their equipment. That's an idea what an ag engineer might do. Why do I like being an ag engineer? Because I'm changing the world of agriculture one day at a time. Between designing new things like the barn I was standing in, or thinking of new ideas like designing a new tractor or a new piece of equipment, and best yet, bringing food to your table. Hey guys, wow, that was a great ride. I wonder if anybody would want to be an ag engineer. If you do, go for it. Make your dreams as big as they want to be. And remember, go dogs.
Hey guys, my name is Brandon. I'm an ag engineer here at the University of Georgia, and today I'm going to take you for a ride and show you what ag engineers do. So let's get in and let's go for a ride. Hey guys, so we're here at Iron Horse Ranch near Athens, Georgia. So today we're going to show you a few things out here that agriculture engineers do. If you look here, this is actually a center pivot. So a center pivot is a piece of irrigation equipment that can water a field in a circular motion and do a full circle or a half circle. As we walk down the pivot, we see these things called nozzles. The way these nozzles are usually done, there are a few manufacturers, Nelson is one of them, and it actually helps you conserve water when it goes around the field. And these are usually put out and designed through ag engineering to see how much water is put out in the field and different things like that. So as we walk down, each one of these nozzles puts out a different amount of water throughout the field, and the farmer can actually analyze that through a computer system at the end of the pivot. So we continue walking, we can see that there are a few different nozzles throughout. Some of them have different colors, and the colors inside the nozzles change to show how much water and PSI, which is pounds per square inch, gets to the surface. And this actual center pivot will circle this whole complete field to water all the crops that are on it. So what happens is at the end of this pivot, there's a pump, and this pump will feed water through this tube at the top down to these hanging nozzles. And at that point, that's how the farmer will transfer the water to where it needs to go. So we're here at the end of this pivot, this center pivot, and this is the electrical box. So an ag engineer will go apart the electrical side of ag engineering and design this electrical box to run this entire set of pivot. So this electrical box is actually also controlling this pump mechanism. This pump was designed to pull the water from the pond that's on our backside here through the pump line up into the center pivot. Designed through agriculture engineering and the fluid mechanics. That's one thing we learned here at UGA. So it pushed that water up through the pipes to the top of this pivot all the way down to its nozzles that we were talking about earlier. And that's how the farmer will irrigate this cropland and not have to be out here watering by hand. So some of these systems actually have a mechanism on the side, like this one over here, that will radio out and use an app on your phone and radio out to your phone and tell you where it's watering out and how much water is. This helps the farmer indicate what's being used. Ag engineers work with tech people to come up with these ideas so we can find easier ways to irrigate crops. Hey guys, we're at the pond I was talking about earlier up at this center pivot. This pond was built to actually irrigate that land up there. So ponds are designed by ag engineers for three main purposes. Recreational, which means that you can hunt, fish, or even ride boats in those areas. Number two is for drinking water, like Lake Lanier in Atlanta. That's how you get a lot of their drinking water. And the third one's for irrigation, like on this property. As you can see, there's some geese on the pond out here, and also this has actually been dug out. So when it digs out, an agriculture will design plans for elevation differences, height, so the height in the land that's there. So that's actually put in the plans. There's also a thing called watershed. A watershed is the amount of water that's on a piece of land that comes out and flows into one spot. So think about it. When it's raining and one drop hits the ground, where it comes out, that's also called the watershed. So it will flow all around here and into this pond, and that's where it will collect. That's how you get a pond. So on this pond, we have a station up here. It's called an irrigation station. And at this irrigation station, we're going to take a few minutes to describe what's going on with that. So we're out here on this dock where these pumps are located. And these pumps are what are driving this water through this pipe and down into the mechanism below us. And the water rolls through this pipe into this connection and goes all the way up to this pump house we're about to go in and show the electronics that go along with it. So this is the control system for the pump in this box. So it's like a TV remote. You know how you go onto your TV and change the channel? That's kind of how it works with this pump. You turn it on, it goes into these boxes over here, and they actually control where the irrigation system is, like those big guns and center pivot we looked at on the way over. In some ways, that's like changing channels on your remote, so you can select one at a time or many at a time, and that's how this is. Hey guys, we're here at the headquarters of Iron Horse Farms, and so this is a structure. So ag engineers actually work together to design this building we are standing beside. So what they do is they get together with their design book and design things like your home or school that you're sitting in right now. So think about that next time you go to school. An ag engineer might have designed it. Hey y'all, the next thing we're looking at is equipment. Ag engineers and other great minds came together with an idea for this equipment. This was actually made in 1928 in Indianapolis, Indiana, and this is actually a grader that could be pulled behind. So this is what it looked like then, and now we're going to show you what it looks like now. And now this is what it looks like 100 years later when the engineers got together and brainstormed new ideas to do grading, and now we're going to look at another piece of agriculture equipment. Farming equipment comes in all shapes and sizes, like this little one to my left, this little John Deere tractor for yard work, to this combine that I'm standing on that helps get food to your table. Ag engineers work together with farmers to come up with ideas to feed the generations of tomorrow. Thank you guys for coming out today and joining us on our ride along. I'd like to thank Iron Horse Farm and UGA for letting us spend time out here today. And remember, chase your dreams, shoot for the stars, and I'm Brandon. Until next time, go Dogs.